Hi, everyone. Welcome back to the Travel Coach Network podcast. It is I, Sahara Rose DeVore, the founder of the Travel Coach Network and the creator instructor of the Travel Coach Certification Program. Today's episode, I'm going to be talking about why travel coaches are making travel agents so angry. And what inspired me for this episode is that I run in the Travel Coach Certification Program two live monthly trainings. And yesterday I had two in the same day for our module discussion and our continuing education session. And I always open up at the end of each session questions of anything that my travel coaches need help with whether it's mindset, marketing, program related, whatever it is. And one of the questions that I had was, how do you address from other business owners in the travel space, in particular travel agents, negativity when they're putting your business down? They said, I'm not really getting this questions from travelers of, what sets you apart from travel agents, but I'm getting it from other travel agents, other travel business owners, because this person in particular is a travel agent, which the Travel Coach Network has many of. And she's combining travel coaching with her travel agent work, which is brilliant, right? Like incorporating how you can better serve your clients, how you can up level your marketing, how you can, add that emotional human level to your business on a much personal way. But she was struggling with this. She's like, well, should I put an FAQ section on my website? Should I address it on social media? Like, what should I talk about? And this is what my response to her was. And my response stems from, I can relate in the sense that when I started my travel coaching business in 2018, first time I started putting the words travel coaching out there, I honestly never saw it myself. I just knew I wanted to be a travel coach because I knew travel was my thing and that the coaching industry was booming. So I put together Travel and Coach. Not saying I invented it by any means, but there was very little anything out there before when I started. But I would get similar reactions from other, I don't always know if they were another business owner. It was mostly online, but it was definitely other travelers. And then I knew many of them were also in the travel agent world. Like travel coaching isn't a thing. Or now I also hear that, well, it's already something I'm doing. Like it's the same thing. Travel coaches and travel agents are the same. Well, if that was the case, then why do we have so many different names for what we do? And honestly, I don't care if you think they're the same. This is my business. I call myself a travel coach. I define what it means in my business. And so that's essentially what I told her to do. You don't have to justify your business to anyone. And it doesn't matter what industry you're in. If you believe in something enough and you can clarify your services and your why for what you're doing and how you help people, that's what matters. The titles don't matter. So if you are a travel coach, you want to call yourself a travel agent, go for it. But really, the travel agent industry is one of the main sectors that does require a certain type of licensing. So in order to be a travel agent, you have to have a certain sort of training and access to a database and work with a host agency and stuff like that before you build your own. But so there is a difference, but call yourself whatever you want to call yourself. It's your prerogative. But what I find interesting is that the reason anyone gets angry about anything is because it touches them emotionally in some way. Something triggered them. Or people are just really freaking bored, which they could be. There's a lot of trolls on the internet. But usually if it's like geared towards a specific industry or something in particular, like a career path, it's because it triggered someone. So why is travel coaching so triggering? That's what anyone who's angry about it needs to ask themselves. And also, I don't know why there's a mentality that it's an either or. It's not travel coaches versus travel agents. No, it's the industry itself is evolving. The whole industry is evolving. That's why titles don't matter. It's how you serve people. Great. We want to call ourselves travel coaches. My business is the Travel Coach Network. I can call myself whatever. I can title my business whatever I want. Why did Amazon call themselves Amazon? They're not in the Amazon. How dare they? It doesn't matter. It's what you do in your business. And if that makes you angry, that's why you need to question, where does this emotion come from? Why are you so angry? And I think I understand. I think I understand the sense that, like, the last couple of years during the pandemic, took a huge hit, obviously, on the travel industry. Travel agents, whether you were doing it before or you're new to the industry, post as we're coming out of this pandemic, you work hard. You work hard on investing in what you do. You invest your time, you invest money, you are passionate about it, you love travel. You've spent a lot of energy and effort building what you've already done. And now someone else comes along and says, this is, a more advanced or enhanced way to do something. It pisses you off, right? You're like, shit, I already did all this work. They are not going to be better than me. They're not going to get more clients than me. They're not going to fit into the industry better than me. Well, I don't know why it has to be either or. Learn from one another. That's the thing. Learn, figure out what's going on in the travel coaching industry. How can I incorporate it? Those who are travel coaches who also want to, and I say people in my program all the time, do you want to plan and book trips? Well, yeah, I think so. I'm interested. Then do it. Get licensed as a travel agent too. I personally don't like to do that, but I'm not building all your businesses. I'm not you. You're you. Your interests are your interests. So figure out what it is you actually want to do and combine it. Cherry pick from all these every industry. I'm in the wellness travel coaching industry. I go into the wellness space. Definitely have my pushback in there because they see it as a threat because I am forward thinking in what I do. And that's the thing. Travel coaching is forward thinking. The travel industry has put boxes around travel careers, travel marketing, travel experiences, how people sell travel in this red tape that's been constructed for so long. And that has been getting shattered over the past few years. There are so many innovations, changes, transformations, everything that's happening in the travel industry as a whole. That means that your roles are going to be changing and evolving. When we look at the consumers, if they change, the suppliers need to change. And you are the supplier of the experience, of the journey, of the process. So consumers, travelers, buyers, they have changed. Their values are different. Their mindset is different. Their budgets are different. Their desires are different. Their mental health is different. Their physical health is different. Their goals are different. We are different as human beings. So change how you work with people, how you attract them, what you provide to them. And that's really what travel coaching is all about. It's getting to the nitty-gritty of why people actually want to travel. So instead of getting angry about it, learn from it. I can remember so many times I've heard or seen someone who feels threatened by someone else, and your first instinct is to lash out. I need to take them down. I need to stop them. I need to silence them. I need to, spread my wings bigger than them and take over because, they're not going to get me first. Like, what is that mentality? In travel, we embrace people. That's why we travel. We learn about other people, their cultures. So learn from one another as entrepreneurs. Learn from the industry. I promise you, you will build a more successful, aligned business that you love so much to do every day and don't find it as a struggle to get clients and sell trips and to chase and to, try so hard and show up in an inauthentic way. These are all things that I'm repeating that I hear all the time from travel professionals. So instead of getting angry about it, why don't you learn about it? Why don't you connect and talk to others? Maybe collaborate, maybe partner with a travel coach. If you're not interested in doing travel coaching yourself, or travel coaches aren't interested in being a travel agent, partner, collaborate. One does the mindset, one does the intention setting, one does the booking and planning. Boom. Success. Have fun with it. Try that out. Okay. So next time someone makes you angry, ask yourself why you're getting angry about it. And ask yourself, how can I make a change? Learn from your emotions. It's the same thing when it comes to business. If someone says something mean to you, or they put an idea down, whatever it might be, it's so easy to be like, okay, it's not a thing. I'm not going to do it. It's failed. It sucks. No one likes it. These comments were mean. I'm going to give up. If you believe in something enough, learn from any sort of comments or anything. And this is what I had to do in my business so early on too. I found myself arguing and struggling and like fighting in online with the stupid cat face profile of how travel coaching is not a thing and then I'm never going to be a thing or whatever it is. And after a little bit, I realized, why am I doing this? I need to learn from this. What should I learn? What can I learn from this? That I'm not clarifying my definition of what I do good enough. I am not spreading the word good enough. I am not clear on my mission and my vision for what I'm trying to do yet. And as soon as that mindset shift changed, I promise you, I can't recall the last time I felt emotionally tired by a comment on something that I did. And it's been about 4.5, 5 years later. You have control over how people make you feel, and you have control over what you do in your business. So I want you to think about that. So be sure to follow us on the travelcoachnetwork.com, follow us on Instagram, reach out, give us a hello. We look forward to having you in our Facebook Travel Coach Network Global Community and hopefully on our podcast one day as a guest. You can find out more about joining our free Facebook community in the show notes for every episode. You can also find in there your free beginner's guide to travel coaching. You can download that in the show notes too. If you know anyone who'd be interested in travel coaching, be sure to share a podcast with them. We truly appreciate it. At the end of every episode, I will be sharing one fun fact about myself, and I want you to come into the Facebook community and tell me if you can relate or you have a similar fun fact about yourself. So my fun fact is that I'm an only child. I grew up as an only child to a single mom the majority of my life. And I would like to think I break down those stigma that people who are only child, I don't know the term for it, only children, only child, that they're, greedy and selfish and self-centered and spoiled and stuff like that. And I couldn't be further than the truth. But again, like you can define your own self and your own path and not fit into what society tells you should be, right? So if anyone else is an only child out there, reach out and say hello, come into the Facebook community. And until next time, my fellow wanderers, bye for now.